What's up, guys? It's your boy Richard here. Good evening to you all. Today, this video is now part 4 on the Ford GT. So, yeah, today is now part 4 on the Ford. So, part 4 on the Part 4 on the Ford GT. Today in this video, I am continuing on where I left off to. So, now I'm on the suspension. So I'm now on the suspension on the Ford GT, the new, modern Ford GT, the second generation, 2016 to 2022. There we go. So right now I'm on suspension. So without any further ado, let's get started. But before I start, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe. Say like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you are alerted of when I make new uploads. So remember, like the video, subscribe. So like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you're alerted of when I make new uploads. So yeah, hit all so you're alerted of when I make new uploads. Right. So with that being said, without any further ado, let's get cracking. Let's get started. So here we go. So continuing on to where we left off to from last time. Suspension. Here we go. The new GT uses a push rod suspension system. Also known as a pull rod. So it's a pull rod suspension, referred to as specialized type of automotive suspension system, it's a specialized type of automotive suspension system which is largely based on a double wishbone suspension, incorporating elements of the commonly used McPherson strut. In cars, suspension refers to a system by which the vehicle maintains contact between all of its wheels and the ground. This is commonly achieved by use of dampers and springs, providing downward forces on the wheels to counteract impact shocks. However, in push-rod suspension systems, the strut is mounted across the chassis, parallel to the ground, as opposed to the perpendicular system commonly used. Push-rod suspension systems therefore allow essential components to be moved out of direct airflow closer to the center of gravity, and allow the center of gravity to be lowered, thereby creating a more efficient distribution of both weight and management of body roll. So it can help the car not to lean onto one side completely and to stop it from rolling over. As a result, push-rod suspension systems can provide a unique avenue for performance, albeit at the cost of everyday drivability, practicality, and comfort. Because of this, push-rod suspension systems tend to see most widespread used in non-road based cars, being specialized instead for Formula racing leagues, especially Formula 1, but rarely are seen in production cars. Alright, so continuing on in the Ford GT for suspension. The new GT uses a push rod suspension system which moves the primary components of the suspension inboard and provide space for the large aerodynamic elements in the bodywork of the car. The suspension is hydraulically adjustable and the ride height can drop from 4.7 inches, 120 millimeters, into comfort mode to 2.8 inches, 70 millimeters. So like around 1.9 inches, 50 millimeters lower in either track or VMAX mode. Say in track or VMAX modes. These drive modes also dynamically adjust the dampening component of the suspension, which consists of two springs stacked in series in both track and both track mode and VMAX modes. One of these springs is one of these springs is completely locked to increase the overall spring rate of the system. The car also has a front axle lifting system for clearing both road obstacles and steep entry angles. Now we got the wheels. The new GT is the second Ford vehicle to feature optional carbon fiber wheels after the Shelby Mustang GT350R. So yeah, now we're on wheels. Wheels. The new GT is the second Ford vehicle to feature optional carbon fiber wheels after the Shelby Mustang GT350R. In addition to improved both strength and rigidity, these wheels weigh 1 kilo, 2 pounds less. So 2 pounds less than their forged aluminum counterparts. The wheels have a diameter of 20 inches at the front and at the rear, and is equipped with Michelin Pilot Sports Cup 2 tires with codes of 245/35R, so 245/35R20s for the front, and 325/30R20s for the rear. The brakes are ventilated carbon ceramic rotors or carbon ceramic discs. So carbon ceramic discs made by Italian braking company Brembo. So Brembo for brakes. So the brakes are ventilated carbon ceramic rotors or discs made by Brembo, with 6 piston calipers at the front and 4 piston calipers at the rear. I might talk about Brembo one day, I don't know, but we'll find out. Yeah, so the brakes are ventilated carbon ceramic rotors made by Brembo with 6 piston calipers at the front and 4 piston calipers at the rear. And next up is aerodynamics. The most prominent exterior features of the new GT are the open airflow tunnels built into the rear fenders of the car, referred to as the flying buttresses. These large aerodynamic elements, enabled by the compact V6 engine and pushrod suspension design, channel air around the teardrop-shaped interior over the rear wing for increased downforce. The front end of the GT features a GT40 inspired cutaway nose and vents into the hood that pass oncoming air over the top of the car. The rear features a large diffuser and hollow circular taillights. that expel air taken in by vents built into the flying buttresses. The active rear wing of the GT can the active rear wing of the GT can adjust, both adjust and adapt to different driving conditions and modes depending on how much downforce is needed. In track mode, a gurney flap will extend from the trailing edge of the wing to further increase downforce, and the wing will flip vertically to help stop the car under heavy braking. Now we got performance. Performance. The new GT has a claimed top speed of 300. So now we're on performance. The new GT has a claimed top speed of performance on. The new GT has a claimed top speed of 348 kilometers. So 348 kilometers an hour, 216 miles an hour. So a little bit slower, like 2 kilometers, 1 mile an hour slower than an Aventador, but still it's pretty fast. 348 kilometers an hour, 216 miles an hour. Alright, 348 kilometers an hour, 216 miles an hour. It has a power to weight ratio of 0.43 horsepower per ton, or per pound, or per kilo, I don't know. In steady state cornering on a skid pad, the GT can achieve 1.11 G's of lateral acceleration, and the car is capable of braking from 113 kilometers an hour, 70 miles an hour, to a stop in just 145 feet, 44 meters. Independent acceleration figures are provided below. So quarter mile time, 402 meters of 10.8 seconds at 216 kilometers an hour, 134 miles an hour. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, or 0 to 97 kilometers an hour, 0 to 60 miles. So 0 to 60 miles an hour in 3 seconds. 3 seconds flat. So 0 to 160 or 0 to 161 kilometers an hour, 0 to 100 miles an hour in 6.2 seconds. 6.2 seconds. And 0 to 209 kilometers an hour, 0 to 130 miles an hour in 10.1 seconds. Almost a 10-second car. Now 0 to 241 kilometers an hour, 0 to 150 miles an hour in 14.5. So 14.5 seconds. And then 0 to 274 kilometers an hour, 0 to 170 miles an hour. 0 to 274 kilometers an hour, 0 to 170 miles an hour in 21.4 seconds. At the Willow Springs International Raceway, at the Willow Springs International Raceway, Motor Trend test driver Randy Pobst, can't really say it well. His last name is spelled Pobst. He was born June 26th, 1957 in Dayton, Ohio. I might visit Ohio one day, I don't know. Presumably, I don't know, but we'll find out. Alright, so at the Willow Springs International Raceway, near Rosamond, so in Kern County, near Rosamond, California. So at the Willow Springs International Raceway, in Kern County near Rosamond, California. Motor Trend test driver Randy Pobst, I can't really say what was spelled, Pobst, achieved a hot lap time of 1 minute 23.69 seconds in a 2017 GT, which at the time made it the fourth fastest road car tested between the 2015 Porsche 918 Spider with a lap time of 1 minute 23.54 seconds. So, like, 0.15 of a second faster than a GT, simply because the Porsche has all-wheel drive. So, the 2015 Porsche 918 Spider, 1 minute 23.54 seconds. Say 1 minute 23.54. In the 2017 Porsche 911. So 2017 Porsche 911 Turbo S with a time of 1 minute 24.26 seconds. After suffering from mechanical issues, from mechanical issues during an earlier test by Automotive Magazine Car and Driver, racing driver Billy Johnson set a lap time around the Virginia International Raceway of 2 minutes and 38.62 seconds in the 2017 GT. This places it third overall in car and drivers testing history at the circuit after the 2019 Chevy Corvette 01 with a time of 2 minutes 37.3 seconds, and the 2018. This places it third overall in car and drivers testing history at the circuit after the 2019 Chevy Corvette 01 with a time of 2 minutes 37.3 seconds, and the 2018 Porsche 911 GT2 RS Weissach Edition. So Weissach Edition, with a time of 2 minutes 37.8 seconds. So that's around like 0.5 of a second slower than the Corvette. Interesting. Alright, so next up is production. Production began in December 2016 and is scheduled to continue through 2022, which was 2 years ago, with a planned production rate of 1 car per day. So yeah, with a planned production rate of 1 car per day at Multimatic's low volume assembly facility in Markham, Ontario, Canada. Say at the place called Markham in the city of Ontario in Canada. Approximately 200 2017 and 2018 year production cars. Say approximately 200 2017 and 2018 year production cars were recalled to fix potential hydraulic leaking and fire risk. The cars produced for the 2017 and 2018. So the cars produced for the 2017 and 2018 model years are allocated through Ford Performance's vehicle allocation process. So yeah, through Ford Performance's vehicle allocation process. The cars produced for the 2019 model year were primarily for buyers unsuccessful in the initial selection process, and the cars produced for the 2020 model year are for new customers. Now we got the 2020 model year update. Worst year ever. For the 2020 model year, the Ford GT received an update that introduced several mechanical upgrades and new special editions. The 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6 is now uprated at 260 horsepower due to gallery-cooled pistons and more powerful ignition coils. More powerful ignition coils. New engine tuning also results in a broader broader torque band, according to Ford, although peak torque output remains unchanged. The updated GT also is standard with a new titanium exhaust system developed by A.K.A, which is a Slovenian manufacturer of exhaust systems that began in 1990 in the motorcycle market and expanded into automobile exhaust in 2010. A global exhaust supplier in motorcycle sports. A.K.A exhausts are used on motorcycles in MotoGP, Superbike, Supersport, Supermoto, Motocross, Enduro, and Rally Raid. As of May 2010, A.K.A systems have been used in a total of 38 world championships all across motorsport. The A.K.A, which saves 4 kilos, 9 pounds of the original exhaust. The suspension stiffness in track mode has also been further increased, and cooling airflow into the flying buttresses have been improved by new vent design in this updated model. Alright. Now we're on special editions, so I'm going to end it there for now. So that'll be it. So special editions is next. So if you guys like this video, like it, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell and hit all so you're alerted when I make new uploads. Alright, so that'll be it. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe, have a great day. I'll see you guys and have a great day tomorrow. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.